cheese boys, cheese girls, and the cheese gang. You are now listening to Popcorn and Cheese.
Popcorn and cheese, call boy like friends like these.
His name was Titi. Shapa. And he lost his tooth.
Look like a Jalpet Decepticon.
No, ma. Hi guys. It was basically making fun of DJ Cleo. Basically.
That's the gag. So the crowd will just decide to throw ice.
Ice.
And then at some point there was also a rule that if you repeated your jokes. You'd also get hit with ice.
So you must come with new material.
Must come with new material.
It happens to all of us. Praying without a guarantee. Prayer like it's sports bet. Nadim, I'm taking a chance on you. I'll always tell you, hang in there. Stay strong. Pray about it. I have deep-rooted anger issues. And it's killing me deep down. Just pray about it. I need mine.
You need what?
Mine.
I just pray about it and tell me. MacG.
Just pray about it. They told me to have faith.
What's wrong?
You remember faith?
Yeah. Beautiful faith.
She cheated on me.
Again.
Alright, just pray about it. Let's pray together.
May God bless our food with me.
Lisatano comfortable. My girl is giving me trouble.
You what?
My girl is giving me trouble.
Fish. What do you need?
Need advice. Some.
Yeah, I think you should pray about it.
Pray.
Yeah.
Amen.
So, Modimo,
Yeah.
please help us keep faith.
Well, not this way. That.
You know what we mean in our hearts. Amen. Just pray about it.
I want guarantees. We all want guarantees. Mutim wakakolot. But I guess I'll pray about it.
Robopops, awubiza ma-cheese girl nama-cheese boy da. We motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, nama LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story, petting nama guest and nice and moy. You want nama bundles, not of joy. So it's pop pops and robot boys.
Popcorn and cheese.
Yeah?
Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese.
Jonathan Swal.
Popcorn and cheese. Call boy like friends like these. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call boy like friends like these.
Popcorn and cheese, Joy Rasdien. Are we on? Yes, good. Popcorn and cheese, Joy Rasdien. Yeah.
There, Joey, at least he got his moment in front of camera.
Yeah, you saw he wasn't in front of the camera.
Yeah, we didn't see his face though.
Yeah, no. If you look at his skipper, you'll see his face.
Oh,
his
yeah.
face.
Yeah, now we saw his face. Yeah.
But
They
it's-
done that,
But
got
that's
the
a
t-shirt.
Limpopo t-shirt. That's a Limpopo
Nah.
photo.
Nah.
Well, you don't know.
It looks like Tsitsi 1976.
Nah, bruh.
Just
Steve
before the
Kakana.
bullets went off.
Struggle.
Steve Kakana.
Struggle Tsitsi.
Remember Steve Kakana?
I wish I could be disrespectful.
I disrespect me,
No,
bruh.
I
It's
was
fine.
raised right.
Nah.
We can see from the photo. You've been raised a long time.
It's been some time now.
My community.
Yeah.
With the apartheid pants.
You see that photo? Oh, a village. You know that saying of the village.
It takes a village.
Village
yeah.
to raise a
You
child.
can see he was in a village there.
That's the-
Happy.
Yeah,
Just
that
ate-
same village. is
Just
what
ate an
mentions
apple and a
now, bruh.
mango.
Bro, you know Limpopo, yes, bruh. I lose color when I drive there. Because it's like, did you see the houses on? You're like, yeah, this house will be 100 by in Camps Bay.
Nah. And that's
Of-
it's just there by the village.
It's just like,
No
bro, it's
fence,
like,
They
no
call
electric
those people village champions. Like if there's
Really?
a big house amongst like small houses. Like,
Nah, but
yeah, there's a village champion.
there's a road that's just big houses, bro.
Gang of them, yeah.
Gang of them.
The
They're like, what,
Champions
silver gates? Like, yo,
And pillars.
Yeah.
Gang pillars.
With no
Yeah. Yeah.
With
If you don't have a pillar, you didn't extend. It's the Village Champions League.
oh lie.
And it's hot there, bro. It stays hot. Even in the winter. But that makes sense why everything grows bigger there. Because of heat.
really?
Yeah, because if you're constantly in heat, you keep
They-
growing. You don't
avocados
experience
are big,
winter.
the
You know what
mangoes are
happens in the
big.
cold?
Yeah. You
Things
shrink.
shrink, yeah.
Yeah.
They never
But now why is there
experience
nothing
shrinkage.
in Sahara then?
Where's the Sahara?
It's a desert.
Oh, you should go get the Sahara.
Ish. Cheese boys, cheese girls, and, the cheese
cheese
gang.
gang.
Welcome to a super special episode of the Popcorn and the
And the
Cheese.
cheeses.
Ah, yay!
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a comrade in comedy, legend, pioneer, the man amongst men, from the streets to the stage. Before we introduce him, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce the man behind the camera. You got a glimpse of him today, rocking his father's military pants. It gives us great honor and pleasure to introduce struggle icon of the new generation, half man, half amazing. A man who wears a left size 6 and a right size 7.
Which one
Please
is this one?
put your digital hands together. Make some noise for the one, the only, size S underpen, Tsitsi Shumeric, the Barbaric.
Wow.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, a man who looks like the inside of an exhaust pipe of a Ford Escort. Ladies and gentlemen, rocking black on black with a black complexion. It gives us great honor and pleasure to introduce a man who was an immaculate conception of a poem that was dedicated to a lovely lady. And after that, she decided, you know what, this is where I'm going. Ladies and gentlemen, poetry in motion. Dancer, size 14 shoe, legend amongst legend, king of TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, or as it's affectionately known now, X. Please put your digital hands together, make some
Which one
noise.
is this
Give it
one?
up for a man whose nipples touch, Robot Boy.
Yes. Midnight.
Daxoro,
Load shedding must
Black
go.
Mampatile, no.
Black Mambas.
Stage 6.
That's actually a fun.
Under the bed.
Under the blanket.
Yeah.
Noah.
Outside.
Before God said, let it be light.
Outside.
Ladies and
Snake in the
gentlemen,
eagle shadow. There's a shadow.
on the far left, the one who steers the ship, the captain of all the ships.
Look like a
Leading us.
Jaupe Decepticon.
No, ma.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
I don't think the people at home is going to laugh at that thing. Because I don't know what's going on. They're just hearing Decepticon and funny noises.
They
Put the
know.
camera on.
He's a robot. He's a transformer.
Bounce.
Cheese gang. On the far left,
Kiwi.
the president of the Yellow Bones, Mr. Golden Boot with his golden correct boots, looking like a bench warmer for the Springboks under 19. All-round comedian. Haircut, Yagalundi. Stand-up comedian who's sitting down so you don't underrate him, but understand him. The host with the most, the face that's on every TV screen, including your YouTube screens. Please make some noise. From Pop-Ups, Morikwane!
Cheese gang. Today we are in the presence of comedy royalty in
Greatness.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Mamela, the founding fathers.
Yeah.
If we had a Mount Rushmore of comedy, you'd see this face there with gang trees growing like this. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a man who ventured into the world of finance but decided, nah, the jokes is where it's at. What a great loss for finance, but what a beautiful gain for comedy.
Yeah.
Please put your digital hands together for the one and only Joey Rasdien. Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah, nee,
Yeah.
my colors match, yeah.
Ja, nee.
Nee, I'm in, nee.
Nee, we did scrutinize.
Yeah,
the quality of the
eliminate that
camera.
surprise factor.
where?
Nee, Bounce, did you work at Bounce? Because that's a Bounce Inc.
Yeah,
He's a bouncer.
so I've got,
A bouncer. Can you
I've
do a
got-
triple? Like
yeah,
that, somersault.
even got the members only band.
Oh, wow.
This man bounces at bounce
kidding.
professionally. Like,
Really?
people
Like
are there
he
with
runs
their
up the wall.
families. He does all the things. He's at bounce every
Yeah,
week.
wall run.
No, all right. You run up the wall and then you start a triple and then you come down.
Yeah,
No.
carnage.
Carnage, yeah, that's why. I can stand a carnage where you start the back and you start the someone lying, my bro. Yeah.
Joey,
Akim
let's
taught me.
not start with a...
Guys,
Bro,
by
I
the time,
had a trampoline at my house.
by the
This is
time the
how
episode
corruption
airs,
starts.
we can have a clip of me and Joy at Bounce and we'll play it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll start carnage one.
9-9.
The one that you stand on your back and then you stand the
And then
thing and then you
from
stand
the
up
wall
back.
and then you,
Yeah. Ah, my friend.
salute.
Yeah, I'm just a bit fat now and old.
That should have been the first concern.
Nah, I used to be able to do it. Yeah, but it's a concern now. You're right. It's
Uncle Jojo,
yes.
thanks for joining us today,
Thank
bro.
you.
Salute.
We've got those two cameras there. Those are yours, bro.
Yes.
So
Is
they
there
are-
two camera there?
Yeah, just in case. One
Yo,
for the...
there's one at the bottom or so.
Yeah.
9-9.
Nah, I thought that when a guy is like a scope.
We don't live in such countries, Joey.
Oh yeah, because that look like it can
we-
be.
we
I watched
slap.
American Sniper last
Yeah.
night. It look like it can be a sniper move there. Yeah.
Our owns don't snipe. They walk up to the owns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drive-by sniping.
We don't even start drive. We start walk by.
Oh, by that's bad.
Actually, then you catch an Uber out.
Yeah, no. Hi, but we mustn't make jokes like that because in Bramfontein, shame. Because
Oh, yeah, they did that to a student.
No, but
18-year-old.
if you watch all the videos of like taxi bosses being eliminated,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
some
yeah.
guy who walks up to them,
Yeah.
bah, 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 out. And then you're like,
that other Indian bra, and his girlfriend and his wife also in Amarok. Same.
with his girlfriend and?
Oh, his wife and his daughter.
You also had that, ne?
Yeah, I was
Yeah. No,
wife.
don't worry. I'm just checking if you guys are listening.
Yeah.
Uncle Jojo, those two sniper cameras are yours. There's cheese boys and cheese girls out there watching going, Yar, Mark Lothering came to the show. So I want to clarify that. I want you to look into those two cameras.
Colored people age the same. No.
Hairline stays the same.
But the hair's still on lock. Zero ball spot.
It's the Jabu stone of colored people.
No ball spots.
GHD, that's what they call it.
The GSG is to make it straight on.
Oh yeah.
That's to make it straight.
What is it?
So please look into the camera,
Yes.
Uncle Jojo. Tell us who you are. Full name.
Hi, my
Full-
name is
full-
Yusuf Rasdien. Yusuf Rasdien. But people call me Joey. And Joey was a stage name that was given by John Vlismus back in the day. And he's like, "Nah, we can't say Yusuf Rasdien, we must say Joey Rasdien." Then I was like, okay, yeah, tell her what you must. But because my friends also used to call me Boka. So you can't say Boka. Like when I was in school, people used to call me Boka. And my other family, like
Cape Town family.
yeah, they call me Joe. Not Joey, Joe.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you've got like
So we've got
four
Joe,
names.
Joey, Yusuf, Boka Rasdien.
Rasdien.
Boka, yeah.
And what do you do for a living?
Well, I sit at home these days, but I used to tell jokes on stage with you guys.
What do you mean you used to, bro? We were on stage the other day.
You forgot.
Right now I'm doing nothing. But last week I was on stage.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
So you retire every week?
Almost.
No, I'm not retired.
Joey comes every day is a
like
new-
right now I'm on popcorn and cheese.
Right?
Yeah, verstaan je? And it's real popcorn.
It's not a prop.
That's not a prop. It's
Yeah.
real popcorn.
Raise them.
So what I do for a living is I am a stand-up comedian and I do some movies. But I think Kags told me once we have a responsibility to change perceptions and social outcomes. Kagiso Latiga, he said that as a comedian you have the ability to have social commentary, and that social commentary will then translate to changing people's perceptions and creating a narrative, and we must take that responsibility seriously. So yeah, that's what I think.
Kagiso the genius.
It's genius, that guy.
Bro,
Time, because that time I used to do gags that people were like, no, Joey, that's not gonna work, bruh. But then I go on stage and then it works. And then gags is like, you see, you guys, you worried about this guy. It's not for you. It's for
this guy.
Yeah, it's for the people. Like
for the people.
You see, you got a banana head, your mother called you like this. You see, you guys don't laugh.
I saw it.
Oh.
Joey says,
Robert
has a banana head. His mother calls him like this.
Oh.
Like the gag is the...
Oh.
You see?
It's new generation.
Yeah.
Because
So-
everything they watch is on screen. So it's hard for them to make shakes.
There's certain things, like you're so ugly, the Sangoma looks on top of the bed to see if you're there.
You don't get it.
You know, like you, the Tokoloshi in your case. Don't look before you go sleep.
Still don't get it.
The Tokoloshi.
I don't.
So kids would look under the bed for the Tokoloshi, but you so ugly that the Tokoloshi looks under the bed for you.
On top of the bed for you. Yeah, no, don't
Why
worry.
is the Tokoloshi under the bed?
Hey, Vumanibo.
Man,
Vuma.
I don't know what I didn't believe in Tokoloshis.
Yo.
So you were in the heart of Limpopo and you guys...
Rituals, never did.
When you guys...
So you didn't go to the mountain one?
No. I went to the
your
private...
tree still growing?
I went to the private hospital mountain.
Still there in... Oh, but you did go.
No, I went to private hospital.
But you... Okay.
You mean circumcised?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, no.
Okay.
No cap.
No cap.
What does that even mean?
It means I'm not lying.
Oh, I thought you meant because
so
it doesn't
same
have a
example.
cap. It doesn't have a cap.
It's like...
Double entendre.
Double anta. Rise a French word. Entendre. Double entendre.
Right, you know, for me, my favorite thing about comedians, right, is our origin stories.
Yes.
Because comedy is one of those industries that's like, it's so hard to get into because you don't know how to get into it.
Yeah.
It's easy to get in. It's hard to stay in.
Yes.
But to get into it, like the barrier to entry is so hard because you don't know how to navigate. But once you're in, it's
right.
easy,
Yeah.
right?
No,
So,
but also you have to be talented.
Yes.
Because there's other people that came in and
Like who, Joey?
like Simon Weber. You remember?
Yes, I do.
He was one of my favorite comics.
But the audience was
But
like,
the audience was not on his level.
2 dogs.
2 dogs? Two dogs was a
legend.
manier. He was a manier one.
Legend.
He has
Yeah.
a dog. I mean, not a dog.
Yeah.
He has a jokes that says, people always ask me why I call myself 2 dogs. And then they say, hey, 2 dogs, where's the other dog? And I'm like, you don't go to 50 Cent and say, hey, 50 Cent, where's the other 49 cents?
That is funny.
Bruh, legend,
funny.
dog. 2 dogs.
You don't know 2 dogs.
That's one gig
Bruh, you
every
don't know
8 years.
2
He
dogs.
does a gig every 7 years
Every
or so.
7 years.
Yes,
One
yes.
gig.
2 dogs.
Legend.
You know the Basutu people are very sexual. Because they walk around with a blanket.
Which one is this one? Those are such abstract gags, but they're funny.
Just in case.
But the thing is, the audience is looking at it like
What's
there's,
going on?
there's 2 types of comic. There's a comics comic, and there's a like a normal
comics.
comic, right?
Yeah.
So when a comics comic is on stage, the audience is quiet, but in the back, all the comics are
Done.
Two dogs killed me, bruh.
Like the dude that opened
Yeah,
for
Simon also.
the dude that opened El Sunbit. The crowd was
The
like,
white guy. At
Adam.
At
Adam the comedian.
the guy who opened for Russell Peters.
Russell Peters, yeah.
Like the crowd was like cringing. We were finished.
But he's a one-liner comedian. One-liner comedians make it now, especially online. You see if 2 dogs was online now.
Yo,
He
killed
yeah, millions. Yo.
yeah.
Millions. 2 dogs must come back.
Because it's short attention span, right?
Yeah.
So they don't want to hear stories and stuff. Yeah. And then they're like, we just want to set up in a punchline, basically.
Snippets. Yeah.
So back to our origin story.
Origin
right?
story.
How did you get into comedy? Because like my favorite thing is to hear all the guys like how they got into comedy, and bruh, it's the weirdest stories. Teds and Loiso Gola Loiso Madinga got into comedy at varsity, where they were the two funniest guys on campus. And then the one day they're like, bruh, I hear you funny. Let's battle. So they booked out like a hall and they battled each other. And that's how they started doing stand-up.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Like
Mark
a roast session.
Lottering did a gig, a cousin's wedding. He emceed. At the restaurant where he emceed the reception. After the wedding, the owner was like, hey, that was amazing. I'll see you back here next week.
Oh, man.
And he came back for the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's how he got into
And back to
comedy.
back.
Right? Like when I started comedy, I didn't know that we had comedy.
Yeah, dude, your
And they-
story is also crazy. You had one joke. At,
Yeah. So you think you're funny. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mpo was funny in any case. And he used to watch comedy. See, the one thing about you and the Goliaths is that you guys were schooled in the art of comedy before you even started comedy. Because you were hanging out with the Owens and you were there.
So subconsciously learning.
Yeah. And then also get that funny bones like Riyadh call it. So you can't you to cultivate the funny bones. You know, like so you understand the
Rhythm,
the rhythm and you understand, you know,
groove.
read the room vibes and stuff. So that was a huge advantage for you. And then you did that gig there in Northgate.
Yeah, Jet.
Hey, Jet, how? Yeah, Titi, did you do that gig?
No.
Oh,
Titi was in
my
matric.
God. He was in standard 3 that time.
Grade 8.
You're Jet, man.
Probably true.
No, Jet, yo. Hey, because what I loved about Jet, there was lots of colored people there also. And then also Mpo comes from a colored background. And then like, nature, you must come to, yeah, that gig was hard. You must, brah. Hard as AF, because you can't say that word, ne?
No.
Yeah.
This is a family show.
Yeah,
Salute
hard as AF. Yeah. But when you're there, it was a lekker gig. It was very, you can go mad there. Mad.
At that point, how many years were you in comedy?
10 years maybe. 10.
And how did you get into comedy?
So that
Your
time
origin
I was.
story.
So I'm married to Akim's mom at the time. She passed away, and then we went to Network 21 and Amway meeting, and then there was a bra on stage there, holding the audience captive. Like, yeah, and he's not even a comedian. He's just like a motivational speaker. Yeah, yes. And
Temper Choir vibes.
Yeah, Vusi Temper Choir vibes. But Jim Dornan and Jay Van Andel, these are American oaks now.
Okay,
Duck Owens, like. And then I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And then she's like, no, you have to become a certain level in Amway for you to go speak on stage like that.
Who's telling you this now?
Akim's mom.
Akim's mom. Okay, yeah.
And then she's like, and then later, She buys us a ticket to go see the Smirnoff International Comedy Festival.
Who's on the lineup that day?
David Cow is headline.
Aich.
If my memory serves me well, Mel Miller was on. Jimmy Carr was the MC, if my memory serves me. And Ben Wilmot was there. And
Flismus?
No, Vlismus wasn't there. It was those ones. And then David Cow did this gag, brah. One of the funniest things I've ever heard about how he had to go fill out the deposit slip in a bank. And in a date, because you remember that time it was still deposit slips. And me coming from that time I worked at Alexander Forbes. Coming from a financial background, and he's like, you're the branch code. Yo, who knows the branch code? Yo, now I can't get money because I don't know the branch code. So that's basically the set. That's basically.
So you saw someone take a gag and make it about the world that you were working in. And make it palatable and funny to an audience.
For the audience. Yeah. And it was a black dude.
Yeah.
And then the only time I knew this guy from the Tez advert.
Oh, the little brown cow.
Yeah, the Tez advert.
Yeah.
Brown cow.
David Cow was the face of Tez.
Tez, for years.
Toyota Tez, for years.
Toyota Tez, before people were like having David and Mark Luttering. Mark Luttering was the face of Nando's basically, and David was the face of Toyota Tez.
Yeah.
Back then.
It was a maroon Tez.
Yeah, it was a maroon Tez. And then he used to slant that hat. He still got that brown hat. And then he speaks to the dog. And then I think the dog was Chris Forrest.
The dog was Chris Forrest.
Wait, that dog with nice teeth.
Yes.
Is that Chris Forrest?
That was Chris Forrest.
The boxer.
The boxer, yeah.
So in any case, so that's so I don't know Gags and David at the time. I don't know them. Then my wife says to me, no, go there to the those people that we're selling Amway. They know a person that has agency, acting agency. So I go, and then this is before I was even on stage. I go to. Plus, I'm telling this story. This is the first time anybody hears this story.
Salute. Popcorn and cheese exclusive, baby.
Yeah.
So I go for this. It was called Characters.
Character, like an improv.
The agency. You remember the agency? Characters. Go there, meet this other Tanya. I forget her name. She puts me. She said, I must go audition. You know what I auditioned for? CLC for yourself. You know, don't worry. Don't worry, CLC is coming. Then that guy that was on the beach saying, how about a lolly to make a lady jolly, a grenadella for a fella?
Yeah.
And then I Sally to Sylvain, the chick that says, don't worry, CLC is coming. That was the first gig I ever had in my entire life.
Such a big bag because Celsi came hard with marketing.
That time, and then me and Felicity Sheba did another one for CLC before CLC is even launched. That time, nobody knows who I am.
When it was still the dots, ne?
Yeah, when it's still the dots, then me and Felicity Sheba do an ad where I go, I'll owe you 2573669. How are you? Then she's like, I haven't seen 47966335. So now we don't speak.
Calling each other by the numbers.
By the numbers.
So dope.
And then it's the tagline is, don't worry, a cell phone provider that will know your name CLC is coming. So that's
shots.
So now that advert was directed by Bevan Kalinen.
The Gary the Tooth Fairy.
Gary the Tooth Fairy, son. Him and John, they used to do that at Cool Runnings. You know, Mama just killed a man. They used to do that. You remember that?
You're taking me back, bro.
Those days.
A throwback episode for real.
The fairy tale. You remember? Once upon a time, there was.
Wait, can you explain what?
Okay, come I explain to you.
Okay, yes.
Okay, you, the fairy tale is, for instance, is that I will say, ask the crowd, what fairy tale do you want to hear? What fairy tale will you want to hear?
Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy, right? And then this man must now play it out
while
I'm speaking.
Yeah.
Almost, whose line is it anyway, type vibes?
Yeah, but this was before.
But so it was
the
like,
concept.
So here's the concept, right? Pick a old fantasy or fairy tale,
Old
right?
fantasy for
yeah,
me.
Nah, no,
Yeah?
not fantasy.
And kwasiya kusiphi
Tyra
umntoro.
Banks.
Tyra Banks in
Yeah,
front of a
it's
danger box.
Swimsuit illustrated.
Tyra Banks in a danger box.
A fairy tale, right? You choose a fairy tale, then Joey is the guy who's
That's
gonna narrate the story,
Yeah.
right?
And then he
And
acts
then
it
I'm
out.
gonna be the.
Let's play it now.
We don't have space. The mics.
No, you can do it
can
with
do
your
it,
face.
yeah.
With your face
With your
and your
face.
hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One day, there was a great model. Her name was Tyra Banks. In Limpopo village, there was a little boy. His name was Titi. Shapa. And he lost his tooth. He was so upset, he had to take a number 2.
Kumpi. Shapa. Kumpi.
Just then, a fantasy came over him. He saw the tooth fairy.
Tyra.
Basically, something like that.
Favorito.
So Bevan was the director, and then he said, "Now come to Cool Runnings."
Cool running.
Cool Runnings, the comedy.
The Comedy Underground, where many comedy careers began.
Yeah.
One of the best comedy rooms in Joburg. It was literally
In the world,
underground. Yeah.
In the
world. Chris Rock performed there.
Yeah, Makari
Yeah.
performed there.
After Kiriboni Mlauds. So Kiriboni Mlauds' CV says, open for Chris Rock. It
That's
does.
That's dope.
On a lineup. Yes, Joey, you were saying.
Underground. Like,
Underground.
It was
bro.
literally
Just see
underground.
Admiral Underground.
It had a line so long
So
every weekend. Yeah.
Jasid and Admiral,
yeah.
used to play there on Thursdays, I think.
That and yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's real underground.
It was a raga club
There's a raga club on Thursdays and a comedy club on Sundays.
like the underground part.
Underground. You have to
Seats were
go.
packed close together, limited space. There was a line outside. If you didn't get in, that's
then.
it.
Jump.
Yeah. And then if you
That's it.
throw, if you cock, they throw you with ice.
Yeah.
If you use
There was a
other
rule.
people's, if you steal material, they throw you with ice. Or they take you off stage immediately.
So the public that's watching, how would they know that you're using someone else's joke?
Because they there all the time.
Because they're there every week.
Because in
You like
dance,
Mpo is the ones, that time they the public.
so in dance,
Yeah,
when you
literally.
see people do this, it means like the move is bitten. It's a bite. So usually in a dance routine and people are like doing something dope, especially in the Masters era, and the crowd just does this, that's how everybody's like, oh snap, that move was so dope, it means they stole it. So the crowd will just decide to throw ice.
Ice.
And then at some point, there was also a rule that if you repeated your jokes,
Jokes.
you'd also get hit with
Yeah.
ice.
You must come with new material.
must come with new material. John Flismus used to sit on the side of the stage and read a newspaper while an act was on. And then as soon as Joey's done, he'd get on stage and do a gag about what he just read.
I used to do this where people give me a word.
Salute. Like freestyle.
Yeah, and then I have to go speak about those words on stage.
I learned a word from you on set.
Go to.
Cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance.
Yo.
Man. Ow, cognitive dissonance. You see, come on, you know what's cognitive dissonance?
No.
When you believe in something your entire life.
Guess where Robot Boy is from?
Jojo. Which one is this one? And Luna last week, Luna.
Yes, please tell him what's cognitive.
Cognitive dissonance is when you have a set of beliefs that you've been indoctrinated with your entire life.
Since, yeah.
Since. And you think that what you have, those beliefs that you have, is the correct ones. But now somebody like Tsitsi comes to you and he gives you,
The facts now.
yes. And then now your brains and your heart can't reconcile the two because what you believe and what is fact is two different things. And that emotion is called cognitive dissonance.
Right?
So you're dissonant in whatever. Oh my God, I can't. So there's lots of applications about it, but that's besides the point. Then we did the underground.
Did the underground, yes.
And then that same night was me and Wackett. We started the same night.
Wackett Simpson.
Wackett Simpson, the same night. We on stage the same night. Chris Forrest is the headliner, and then John was the MC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still remember what you did that night?
Yeah, I did Chappie's jokes. You know.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Yeah, the Chappie's jokes. I did Chappie's jokes.
Did you know that you were gonna kill that night?
No, one of my big jokes was, did you know that if you keep your fart in for 9 years, 362 days, you will emit enough gases to create an atom bomb? That's why nobody will attack China. I did that set.
Oh, I know that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Ha!
Yeah, Pops would never.
Ha! You remember that? You know that set?
Metric.
It was before your time.
eight.
Man. You know,
The first
Mario.
comedy I ever watched was Trevor Noah on DVD.
Oh.
And that's South African. Like,
Oh.
David Cow, Trevor Noah, and a comedy show that had Dylan Oliphant, Rich Lou, Carvin, I think. And
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Collins. There's a
yeah,
DVD that was
yeah.
popular when going around.
What year did you start comedy? Just to give Joey perspective.
Yo.
No, he's like 4 or 5 years in the game.
No.
More now.
More now.
Yeah,
About
you see.
7 years. About
7 years, yeah.
So, yeah.
We by the decades.
Yeah. Me, I'm 21, 22 this year.
Yeah, read someone's age.
I'm 15.
Yeah.
15. Yeah.
22 this year. But he's 15, but of that 15, but he did stuff before that also.
Yeah.
Like he did stuff. Like he hanged around comics and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's I count that as
But
well.
also, our 7 is also COVID. So, hey.
Yeah.
But I was in my 20s.
Unlucky player, unlucky.
Yeah.
And that's how I did it. That's how. And then we murdered, and then me and Wackett got selected to do Blues Room after that.
Ah, the elite.
Yeah,
The elite
Did
comedy club. On a Tuesday night, ne?
we died hard. hard.
Wait.
Hard on.
So what changed?
So, because that time you don't know to read a crowd.
Yeah,
you don't know nuance. You don't
you're
know
still saying, I'm gonna give them
crowd
what I have,
control.
and that's
you
it.
don't know all those. You just think, yeah, my gags murdered at Cool Runnings because half of the people is your brasa and other half of the people just want to laugh.
It's your brasses.
Yeah, they just want to laugh. Whereas you go to the Blues Room, there's other international people staying there by the Balalaika Hotel. From Village Hawk.
There's a jazz band that just went on before you guys.
Before you, the jazz band.
Rich
George,
people at...
Rich people, you can't swear, you can't, hard. So they don't
was
tell us
hardcore.
this.
Yeah.
So even Ria that night also, I was like, this man is struggling now. Because it was that room. Yeah, that room, my friend.
Blues Room, if you did well, it's happened to me a few times. And Dumiso Lindy told me about it the first time. Because I asked him, how's Blues Room? I think he got to perform there before me. I asked him how it was. He says, brah, I was on stage killing and some Nigerian guy walked up to me and shook my hand.
And then he gave you 1,000 rand.
And then when I opened my hand, there was 1,000 rand cash in there. And at the time at Blues Room, if you got paid. You got paid $500.
Yeah, that's double his actual pay.
Yeah.
From a handshake.
Bruh,
My brother.
I did Blues Room.
Just a young my brother.
And at the Nigerian man. I got two handshakes at Blues Room.
Yeah,
but that doesn't excuse the fact that I also had very tough nights.
How much did you get in a hand? How much have you gotten on stage?
1,000.
1,000.
There was this,
Nice.
and it was normally the
Twice.
same oaks. It was normally the same oaks. It was like the one guy, his name was Patrick, the one guy.
Yeah.
It's like a French dude. He used to come to Cool Runnings also. Come watch us at Cool Runnings as well. Then he used to come bring his friends. But that's besides the point. The point is, then we did the cool
Blues Room.
and then now you crafting your skill now. Then, by that time, I'm still having a proper job, selling insurance.
Yeah.
Then I went to go sell insurance to Fair Joe. and Salah. Fat Joe crew. You know Sandy? Sandy. Joe. You know Sandy? Sandy, bro. Oh, Skumba Sandy.
Kumba's manager. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Stunky.
Them. Your sister.
Yeah.
I've seen, yeah.
Mabatu.
Mabatu.
That's the same template you did also, no?
Yeah.
When you're by my way.
Yeah.
Then.
No, Sunlab. Yeah.
Sanlam. Were you also those
I
ones?
worked at Sunlam.
Oh, yeah. We stand the same vibes. Then Kegs and then I went to go see Kegs is like, no, come to the house. I go to the house, Kakira in Centum. There's Spy, Tsepo, Mokhali.
Yeah.
Salah, Maronza.
Ronnie Mudimula.
Yeah.
Side pocket.
And side pocket. Maronza, side pocket. And then me now. And then David Cow came. Now I'm trying to sell these people. And they're like, what's going on here? No, we producing a show. Then I'm like, can't I also be part of the show? And then they're like, yeah. You come be. And
That's
David
crazy.
was like upset. You just bring everybody in.
Who's
Now
the
it owns a
person they're
board
upset
now.
Huh?
Who are they upset at?
At Kagiso.
Yes,
Because
yes.
Kagiso is just like roping people in.
Yes.
Like, no. And then that time, Loy is still in Cape Town. Loy come. Loy comes, he stays in somebody's garage or something. We're like, Loy, don't stay in people's garages. Then Loy stayed a bit with me and then, he moved on. But that's a story for another day.
Wait, sorry. This story, is that how you got to be a part of PMS?
Yeah.
You are selling insurance.
Yeah.
Owens. Except Owens, let us. That's crazy.
Carry on with where you're going. He was building up to the story.
So Loy was.
Sorry, Joey.
That's fine. So Loy.
Slash.
Then Loy.
Wait a minute.
No, serious.
Quarantine that I
That's
did.
serious.
Quarantine.
Loy actually stayed in somebody's garage.
Yeah, but that was old. Like Loy was young.
Bro,
he was
he was
still
like
wearing
17.
do-rags. Yeah, he was fresh out of
17.
school.
Fresh out of school. 17, came to Joburg, stayed in Calamano. Then he stayed with me a bit. And then he went to the mountain. When he came back from the mountain.
Funny.
Piomanati was on the rise. So that's how
See what you
basically
did there on the rise.
No cap.
No cap.
no cap.
Yeah.
So that's
That
how
was so
I got into PMS and then
But now you mentioned Fat Joe just now, bro.
yeah.
So which one did you get into first? Was it
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe show?
Fat Joe show, yeah. I was the guy in the opening sequence.
Yes, and you were an audience member.
Yeah, I was the audience member and the guy in the opening sequence. And then I had my own show called the Fat Joey Show. I don't know about the show, bro. Wait. on the Fat Joe.
Wait, what? Why don't I remember this?
On the show, I had a Fat Joey show.
Like a
Then
segment,
segment. And I used to come with my helicopter. Because David Cow had a...
Oh, yeah.
David Cow was a brown cow segment. Dada Man had a Dada Man segment.
That man was the guy who used to start.
Yo, Kana Dada Man is who?
Yeah.
Man. He's out there for you.
Yo, such a throwback.
I wish I knew all this.
This is a throwback episode.
And then
If the SABC could help us unearth that
Then I used to come with my own helicopter. Hey, welcome to the Fat Joey Show. Because Joe's opening sequence was
the helicopter.
was a helicopter.
And,
The craziest prank that they ever pulled on the Fat Joe show, I think, was here at Rosebank at the Zone, where 3,000 Rand was a lot of money back in those days. They'd walk up to two guys, like they'll see Robert and Zizi walking, gents just shopping. They'll be like, gents, listen, they show them, they go, here's 3,000 cash. If you guys kiss, we'll give you the 3,000. Then you can see the top conversation.
Never. Yo.
And then they say, and then you guys come back. They give you time. So while you guys are discussing, they hear the camera's busy focusing on the guy, then focusing on you guys in the back. And then you guys come. Okay. How long? They're like, no, just 10 seconds, but you must lock. And then you guys, as you lock, they run away, bro. Presenter runs, the camera crew runs.
Did someone kiss?
Gang people.
Yo, and this is way before.
They say South Africa is not a country that accepts people.
Hey, we did lots of stuff that time, bro.
gang
I used to be Gustav Sakwak. In Piomanati, we did lots of stuff that I think
Was
now
pushing-
is more applicable.
Yeah.
One?
You guys were ahead of your time.
Yeah.
So you left. So you left. Well, you guys kind of you didn't leave. You
Yeah.
moved on from Fat Joe
Yeah.
to PMS.
PMS,
Right?
yeah.
What was your capacity at PMS? Because at the Fat Joe show, you went from being an audience member to having a bit of your own section.
Yeah.
What happened at PMS?
PMS are a writer mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly writing, and I hated that. And acting and being part of the sketches. So all of us wrote.
Salute.
Maronza used to write the most. As far as I can remember, Maronza, David Kibuka, and Spikos wrote most of the
Spike Ghost, delicious.
Yeah, most of it. Yes.
Tsepo Mohale, yeah, wrote most of the stuff, and then I wrote some sketches, and then obviously Gags vetted all the sketches, and then the stuff that we did also, all of the fly stuff, some of the fly stuff that David did, yes, brah, world class. Like you can't repeat that. Like when Brakau is like, yeah, nah, today I'm going to be a DJ, and Tsepo, you're going to be a kwaito star. Go in there and just go sing. And that's how Spiko started.
No way.
Promise you, bro.
Yeah, Spikos was a pure freestyle.
Promise you. David was like, what can we do now? Don't worry, I'll be the producer. That time, it was basically making fun of DJ Cleo. Basically.
That's the gag.
No, but how funny. But the funny thing about that gag is it turned full circle.
Yeah.
DJ Cleo
produced Spikos.
Spikos.
And getting DJ Cleo, I mean, DJ Cleo for me is like, who's the great? He's like a Dr.
holy
Dre,
grail.
bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a Dr. Dre.
Bro, he turned the Spikos joke into a hit.
Into a hit.
Tsepo Mohale Spikos made more money as Spikos Delicious
Then
than he did
Comedy
than comedy.
No,
Yeah.
I will also
He
stop
became
writing
a
jokes.
millionaire from Spikos, bro.
Before you be more. You know,
That's so
Spikos,
crazy.
bye. So that's how, and it became, because David was like sitting there, we were at Namisa, and he was like, yeah, no, we must go do this. Epai, go freestyle it.
Yeah.
And then this was the freestyle. Siya swima.
Ronaria swima.
Siya swima.
I wanna,
That was it.
Like these stories are so crazy. I think the third guest that was on PMS.
second.
Second.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
Oh, no, third. Loiso Kola Kakesolidi.
Oh, yeah.
And every guest that comes through still gives us new gems that we didn't know about Piomanati.
Yeah.
What a
And now
time,
we
man.
were actually together on Sunday. Me, Louis, and Kags. Louis is actually in London. In any case, so that's how it came about. So Siya Swima, that came about as a
birthday,
yeah.
So what is like,
Happy birthday!
Birthday, yeah.
And that's how Cooler Box also came.
Yes.
Cooler
So
Box
the spin-off from
Yeah.
Spikos Delicious was Cooler
Cooler
Box.
Box.
Chris Forrest
Chris
played.
Forrest? Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Cooler.
Ek sabura. The Owens know me. Ek van Benoni.
Yeah.
Mine didn't take off. Mine, I also had
Did
one.
you try one?
Yeah.
My name is you.
No, I was a rock
Joey
band.
O'Raz.
No, I was the rock band.
Aye,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
That was the problem. No, you got it right, City. I was the rock band.
A Muslim rock star.
We had, I want to shit on the table. That was the
With that voice also.
with that voice. So yeah, so every week we had
The Brenda sample.
yeah, we had a segment, right, of music.
Yeah.
And then every week there was a different segment of music. And then we had, and yeah, it was before our time, and because we had Double HP on there, Brenda Fassi for real on there.
Yo.
For
you
real.
had Brenda
Yeah.
on PMS.
Yeah, we had Brenda for real, doing things there. Lebo, we had Lebo there.
Lebo Matosa.
Yeah, bruh.
My eternal crush.
Aye.
Yeah.
So that time, so
Which
it's
one is this one?
Yeah,
Old
my
enough
mom
to start
loved her
crushing.
so much. My mom loved her so much
Okay.
that, like, you know.
You
I-
have to, ne? It's like
I had
Diana
a
Ross.
crush on her because my mom was like literally the poster keeping type of girl for Lebo Matosa. So then when I grew up, like,
So when your mom had
Beyonce-
you, she still had posters.
yeah, bro, my mom was 20 something when she had me. Like early 20s, very early 20s. So my mom and I are like
So I'm
friends.
older than your mother one.
Of course.
Yo,
That of course must have slapped you, Joe.
it slapped me hard. Man.
Apologies.
Nah, it's fine. I'm used to it now. You know when children come and they say, yeah, no, I am your friend's grandchild.
Yarr.
It's like, no, you know Reedy?
Tabi.
No, not Reedy Tlabi, but my friend Reedy's from Provence.
Pops.
No, I'm Reedy's. Reedy's is my grandfather. What? You Zenobia's child? Yes. Do you know my mother? I'm like, yeah. But me and your father were in the same class. Me and your grandfather were in the same class at school.
Yo,
That's how it's now.
the
Like,
grandchild is talking even to you.
bro is talking. A grandchild is like maybe 7.
Damn.
You see what happens? It's generational trauma, friends. This is a serious subject for popcorn and cheese. It's generational trauma. So, like Tsitsi was saying that, no judgment, but if you had to have a child now, like say 6 years ago, you had to have a child.
Yeah.
Then your mother would have been a grandmother with a 6-year-old child speaking now. And she's younger than me. Wabon.
Gabo.
Yeah.
So at the young age, she's
And
already
you
a
having a
mom.
child 6 years ago would have been fine.
Would have been
because
fine, yeah.
You would have
Yeah.
been 24.
24, yeah.
Yeah,
Child
you
would have been broke.
see what I mean.
Yo! And the child would have what?
It would have suffered. But like, no, only now it's fine. Like,
So you can have a child now, my bro.
Bro,
You're online.
6 years ago.
no. Yeah, well, now I'm open to
I
that.
remember she was always saying, nah, I must get my stuff together. I must make my stuff together. Since I met him, like every time, my stuff must be in order. And
he's done it. Though. He's on the right path.
Can I ask you like a question?
Yes.
Thank you guys. It really like, you know, yeah.
Khotatsa's you.
Yeah, it makes me nervous a bit. But
What did
when when you guys were at PMS and all this stuff, right? Because you're all like young people chasing this dream. What did the dream look like? What was the idea of success? Because you guys are the pioneers of South African
Yes, that's
industry
such a
at the
beautiful
time.
question.
Yes. So you see what Kags did and what I love about him was that he always said there's not an industry, and David Ka also, there's not an industry for black people.
And for
All the comedy shows that you go to, there's white people. All the comedy shows that you go to, there's white people. So that time, I can name you. The non-white comics at the time was Mark Lottering, legend, right? And then Solly Philander, but he was not really like a comedian like us. But Lottering was like legend.
Ronnie.
Like no, before that. It's I'm saying, so this is just the colors.
Yeah.
Like it's Lottering, Stuart Taylor, Kurt Skoenrath, Riyadh, and myself. That's
it.
That's it.
That's
and
a-
then later Carvin and some of the Durban Oaks.
Yeah.
But they weren't really like wanting to. They came later at the later stage.
Yeah.
Carvin and Richlu. They came later. But at the time in South Africa, Poma, I was the only Muslim colored guy in Joburg at the time that was doing stand-up comedy. Then the Black Oaks was David, Kagiso, Ronnie. Actually, only David and Ronnie, basically. Like, did the Chopaka and what.
And the Sminoff and the
Stuyvesants and what, right? And then David and Kags was like, there's no industry. There's no industry for comics, for black comics or for non-white comics. Like, people need to do this. And then David did blacks only back then. 15 years ago, 16 years ago, I don't know. Yeah, back then at the Market Theatre. But in the whole point of PMS should have been, and it breaks my heart that it isn't, that guys like Mpo and you and Skumba and Shamponizer. Guys like those people would have taken over
The pattern.
from us. So if we had to do it for like 6 years, 5 years, 6 years, then you have new writers, new fresh faces, new people.
Yes, it was supposed to be our SNL.
That's better than any SNL. I put my head on the block that PMS, the only thing that was better than PMS for me is probably In Living Color and Dave Chappelle, parts of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like there was very, like you watch Dave Chappelle back then and then you watch Jamie Foxx and him back then. You like, we were better than that, but we didn't know it.
Yeah, at the time.
Now I look back and I'm like,
hindsight,
yeah, brah.
we been-
Funny get investments. How?
Yeah.
My friend.
Quote me on that one.
Good man, that one. Good man, that one.
Yeah.
Good man, donkey. You see, till now. You know,
Yeah.
so we were before our time in that there's certain things that's more applicable now than it was back then.
Yeah.
Joy.
Like, alumidum.
Inor
Alomidom.
Alomidom.
and no one ever gave away the gag that was Ronnie's name backwards.
Yeah. No, but
It took a while for the
but we
audience
were-
to catch it.
Yeah, we were under the impression the audience caught it.
I was 2 years old.
When you realized Inor Alomidom is
I
Ron.
was 2 years old.
You
see, bro.
And we under the impression that
There's no way. That was
Inor
my
Alomidom
favorite character.
Inor-
Is
Ronnie Mudemola
His
backwards.
name backwards.
Yo, you guys are geniuses.
so yeah, that's
Can I ask Joy?
so wait,
like-
let I just answer
Okay,
this
yeah,
question.
yeah. Then-
So what do the future look like? I can honestly say that looking at Mpo, don't get the big head. I mean, so don't get the big head now. look at Trevor. Is what they achieved. We didn't even think that would be possible, but it was always our aim.
H.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes perfect
so
sense.
much sense.
It
Because,
was always our aim. It was always our
You're
aim
running to
to
the
make
top.
superstars. Like,
From
like
comedy.
from comedy. Like, there's that guy, he must host the Oscars. Or there's that guy, he's going to do the SAFTAs and he's going to do the... We don't want... No offense to newsreaders or people like that, but if there's going to be an MC or if there's going to be an influencer or if there's going to be somebody that's going to change something, it has to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And that was always our aim. It has to be a comedian. It has to be murdita. Empathetic joy to see the success of somebody else.
Empathy.
If they come from us.
I love it.
And on behalf of everyone that came after you, Uncle Jojo,
Yeah,
I just want to say thank you. Bro.
No, but
Thank you.
So here's the thing.
Like
if
on a
we
real-
on a real,
if they ask us what did success look like, this is beyond what we thought it would be.
Sure.
That's crazy. So how were you guys living at the time? Because
'Cause we
whatever
did-
that was the blueprint of what the next generation was watching as I want to do that.
Yeah, you see, it wasn't. It was like I think you have that responsibility to change people's mindsets.
Yeah.
So Kags was big on that, and he's still big on it.
Till today.
Yeah, till today, it's like you have a responsibility to change somebody's mindset, and you have to take that responsibility seriously. And what can you do to make comedy or comedians better? So if I go on stage, if I die, you die also. But if I go on stage and I kill, and you kill also, so
Comedy's won.
The comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy won that night.
the
The
comedy, and that
comedy
was our
name.
whole point. The whole point was that's why the comedians at the time were so close, and the Kwaito stars was fighting amongst each other. Like Kwaito is like always, yeah, Pitch Black Afro is this, and Brown Dash is this, and Makesh is, and we're like, yo, bruh,
Why, bro?
why?
We
And you
with such a tight
remember,
knit, yeah.
that time I used to do Play TV. You also won't remember Play TV.
Nah.
So Play TV was this thing, and then MacG was on ETV at that time.
Was
on
it
him
Wild Room? Or
Yeah,
one of
him
those?
and Lala and
Yeah.
and Ulisani and him.
Yeah, your TV Wild Room.
Yeah, and then I was doing Play TV. Me and Kim Engelbrecht and Darren Moore used to do Play TV. back
I
then.
I used to watch that, brother, because you used to reenact scenarios
And you must
and
ask questions.
ask questions, and it was like edutainment.
It was entertainment, but with the people, we got sued basically. Because not sued, but people were complaining that they were spending too much money on the thing. Because there was an auntie that was sending SMSs and it came up to some ridiculous amount. Because we used to
And
be
she
like,
never won no competition.
no, yeah, and she didn't win. Like, because we like, you know the answer. The answer to that door that you leave the place. What is that answer? It starts with the E and ends with the T. What is that answer? After the break, we're going to give you another clue. Welcome back here to Play TV. The door that leaves a place. You have to go through it when you leave. You get the entrance. That's the clue. What is the other door? You know it. SMS the answer.
Oh, then they would come gang SMSs.
There's aunties spending 15th-hour week saying exit, 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 exit.
And that's
Zero gift.
And then she didn't win. And then, and then they were complaining. And then, you know, the national, I don't know.
Just to go back to the...
Sorry.
I wanted to ask, because now you spoke about the unity, and I was speaking to one of the biggest Amapiano pioneers yesterday, and we're talking about how the success of Amapiano also falls into the unity that we have as Amapiano artists. What attitude did you guys have then that you think can be applied now in the comedy space and in the entertainment industry as a whole? Because when we looked at you guys, you look like the Avengers of funny guys that are doing the most. And everybody was a part of Pure Monate, and that's why I think it was successful.
I told you this concept, mudita. Mudita is a concept where you have empathetic joy for somebody else's success.
Yes.
Now you can't have that if you have
Competition.
ill feelings, ill competition. Like, I want to drive a Bentley now. But you're driving a BMW, won't? So the thing about it is like, when is enough? Enough. So you get anomalies. You get outliers. Outliers are normally where that person is going to be extremely successful, like Black Coffee, for instance.
Trevor.
That's an anomaly. Who?
Casper.
Your vest.
Titi, let them finish.
Okay, yeah, but
Which one is this one?
No, carry on, man, Joey, man.
no, I was speaking about the ghost deal.
He's a ghost boy.
The friendly ghost. Yes, Casper.
The friendly ghost. I don't know about Amapiano. I think Amapiano, there's certain DJs or there's certain what I've read. I don't know. I'm not in the industry, but from the outside, it seems like there's certain people being taken advantage of, and there's certain people that's taking advantage of certain people.
Yeah.
But I'm just from the outside. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the police.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a stage.
I see what you did.
Isn't that stick?
Leave this, bruh.
Well done, Titi. Well done. The police. Now imagine if there was still PMS. What value you would have added for that PMS to that?
Yes.
With that one comment right there.
Yeah.
Because it takes more than just being funny. It also takes
Intelligence.
and observation.
What did you want to say, Titi?
I wanted to ask, like, because a lot of things that we look at, like, and look up to in this day and age, people always have the same comment. It was ahead of its time, ahead of its time, ahead of its time. How do we make sure this time that we have now coincides with
Where
what we are?
Like where we at.
Yeah, what we are producing or creating out there. Because what happens is there's a lot of things right now that are also beyond their time. So are we going to only discover that Mandela was important? Like, you understand? Like 70
Who writes the
years from
history though? Because maybe you think Mandela was important. There's other people
now.
that
I don't think so.
Matiba sold us out. I don't know. But it's truth. There's fact. It's a fact. There's certain people that think. There's certain that.
There are people that think he was ahead of his time. There's people that think he was
Behind his time.
Nah, that is. I think.
People that think it didn't serve his time.
There's two different things. It's a simple answer. It's two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we did then, we didn't know. What we did then.
Sure.
It's only later
You see
that
the
we come
impact.
out and say, like, I can give you an example. We did not know Mfana Giti Investments is going to play out in real life.
Yeah.
So we did it as a gag. We did it as like, oh, yeah, this is what's going to happen if BEE comes in and if white monopoly capital takes over and hold. So here's Chris Forrest playing a guy that's WMC, Johan Rupert, and then Kags and David Cow is playing Cupcake and and now they having helicopters and stuff. That was 24 years ago, 22 years ago. We did not know 22 years ago that same sketch was actually going to play
Reality.
out.
Yo.
So when you say we were ahead of our time, we didn't know we were ahead of our time. Because that sketch now is more applicable now than it was 22 years ago because it played out the way the sketch played out. That's one example.
That's just one.
There's one example. There's lots of examples. Another great example is Osama bin Laden when he died, for instance. Where Matiba calls him and says to Riyadh, where David says to Riyadh, yo, come out of that thing now. They're going to catch you and then they're going to... We did not know that's going to play out.
Yo.
It's
Giving the Simpsons.
It's nice but unsettling at the same
It's
time.
unsettling, right?
Yeah.
So now when you ask, when you say everything is ahead of its time, no, you can't say something is ahead of its time now. You can only in retrospect say something back then was ahead of its time.
Almost
Like if you watch Raw, for instance, or Delirious, then you can confidently say that, that was funny then, but it was ahead of its time. Because it's still funny now.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just one of those things. Star Wars.
Star Wars was way ahead of its time.
It came out in 1976, my friend. Now, if you look at Star Wars today, you'll be like, this was ahead of its time. So there's lots of examples of it. So you won't know something is ahead of its time
until time
when you do it now. No, bruh. Because we thought, we're just doing this thing. Hey, we're doing it for the investment. Hey, they were the Burro, the Orania. They were Chris and him started Orania. And then they're like, no, we're going to ban all the black people and what.
There's Orania.
Bruh. So we didn't know that's going to happen.
So you must take,
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
Prophecy.
So
yeah.
I want to know from you, Uncle Jojo. So... I think we focused a lot on like the comedy and the sketch. We haven't leaned into like your movie career as well.
Oh,
because that's also another thing that you guys did that was ahead of its time, right?
Right, like Dollars and White Pipes. I can confidently say, looking back, it was ahead of its time at that time. We didn't know that.
What are the movies you've done? Dollars and White Pipes.
Yeah, I can't remember them all, but I'm gonna try.
New material.
Wait, let me. I'm gonna Google now and see.
Blitz Patroli. Were you in that first comedy movie that was black and white?
Fact check.
Bunny Chow.
Bunny Chow.
I won an award for that.
I know.
Yeah.
Bruh, like, you've done so many movies. And again, the movies that you've done, talking about Kagiso Lediga as well. A lot of the movies you've done with Kagiso have also been movies that were like, the current standard in South Africa is like this.
Yeah.
But this movie is like this.
Yeah.
There's a scene on Blitz Patrol where I think you get smacked by your mother-in-law or someone.
Yeah.
And it was shot on a Phantom camera.
Yeah, Phantom, yeah.
And a Phantom Mateo shot it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. A Phantom's like 300 grand a day. You know, it's like
super slow-mo.
Yeah, like an 8 million rand camera. I don't know. You guys can correct me in the comments. But like,
what is it?
It was again moving the quality, right? It was moving the needle, making sure that everything was ahead of its time.
Yeah,
So
but we didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
Again, so in Bunny Chow, it was like, okay, David Kabuka. Meneer. David Kabuka is a meneer. So David Kabuka is like, one of my favorite oaks in the world in terms of talent, in terms of spotting
The
talent.
comedy oracle.
The oracle.
Yeah,
The oracle.
When we lost David Kabuka, when Trevor took David with him, the SA comedy industry, that was a loss, bruh.
A big loss.
We should have gone through
But
a
the
mourning
world,
pe-
but
we should open a tombstone.
There, but you see, David
Unveiling.
belongs to the world.
The facts.
So that's what we try and create, Titi. Is that people that don't belong to South Africa, people that belong to the world. If we can create that, then you go, I've done my job. That's what success look like.
Exports.
Export. You don't belong here, you belong to the world. Tuso Mbedu don't belong here, she belongs to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in Donovan Marsh, the director of Dollars and White Pipes, he did worldly stuff after that. He went to go do movies with Reese Witherspoon and this one. And also, if you don't know this, Dollars and White Pipes came before Tsotsi.
Yeah. Tsotsi was the first movie. You know, Tsotsi had 2 endings. Yeah.
So Tsotsi was the first.
I forgot, but I remember that fact. I just don't remember what the other end was.
So Tsotsi came after Dollars and White Pipes.
What did the Dollars on White Pipes win something?
It didn't win an Oscar or anything like that. It won Best Movie and Best Director. That time we were unknown. Me and Clint Brink, we were unknown that time.
Hectic.
Clint Brink.
Oh, the Brink. gang.
You know Clint Brink?
Yeah.
Joey, you've had a hectic career, bro.
Dope guy.
It says here you've been in 13 movies.
How many?
13.
13 that's on IMDb. There's still others.
Yo.
Oh yeah, Canada's others that day.
That's not on IMDb.
Yeah. 13 movies.
Los Boros Volume 3.
Jumbo comes to Josie.
Yeah, Jumbo. Wait, Jumbo is like the Jumbo, the one.
Nah, Jumbo is me and Tuso. We did this other. Hey, there's a story for another day. I mean, these strange things. Bani Chow, like Barakat. I think
Barakat.
one of my favorite movies that I shot and I was acted in was Barakat. Then my second favorite was Dollars and White Pipes. Only because of the characters I had to play.
You played that.
The Bloods Patrol was kind of easy because it was me and Dave being stupid. You know?
No, but Dollars and White Pipes, you had to like...
That was like, I was committed there. That time when
you went full in, you went all in there.
All in there.
Yeah.
All in. Even with Barakat, all in. Whereas like, I was all in there.
It was a serious movie, you know? Like
a serious, it was about gangsterism. It was
Yes,
about the hard livings and based on a true story. The mongrels and the hard livings is about the stars and the stripes, the dollars and the white pipes. Till today, when I go on TikTok live or when I go to Cape Town, people will still say, "Oh, Cecil," and that's a character from Dollars and White Pipes.
Yeah, Cecil.
Yo, that's insane, bro.
That's crazy.
Hectic, eh?
What's been your favorite moment in your career? Like, because you've done so many dope things, Joey. Like you've achieved so many dope things. You've done
I think
gang.
you know one of my favorite moments. And it will always be a favorite moment is to see other oaks killing it there. Like that's my own. You know that time when you watch the roast and then you see this man hosting the roast and he's murdering, then you're like, that's my own.
Yeah.
You know, that's my own. Like it's that
Find
it's
joy and pleasure in seeing your boy succeed.
Yeah, but it's not even my boy. It's like Hakeem, for instance. Seeing Hakeem,
Your son.
my son, seeing my son complete his undergrad in painting, fine art painting.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like
No.
house plus golf.
Yeah, that's my gag.
Second code.
You're stealing jokes.
Third code. Where's the ice?
You know that one.
Throw
You know
him with
that one.
ice.
No, and I had a gag like that. My wife said, why don't you paint the house? And I said, no, I'm gonna take a photo. It's easier.
You have to do that gag now with Akeem and his qualifications.
Yeah.
This man went to go study how to paint.
Now he's working
I
at a
said,
house.
paint the house. And he's
Yeah.
like, nah, Dad, I'll take a photo. it's easier. It's easier. So
you're talking about a...
So one of
yeah.
one of the lekker moments is when you go overseas, like Cannes, for instance, me and Dave Kibuka. One of my favorite memories of me and Dave was when they try and sell a yacht to us. They try and sell me and Dave Kibuka.
Wait a minute, whoa. You guys are going to the Carnival Festival.
Yeah.
Which movie were you going for?
Bunny Chop.
Hey, so from the... Yo. Okay, so back then.
Back then,
You
bro.
go to Carnival Festival, so first time.
First time, my first time, David's first time.
And they try to sell you a yacht.
They a yacht, bro. They think like so. I love watches.
You guys don't even end it immediately. You go
let it
along
run.
with it.
So
What happened? bro?
I love watches.
Yeah.
Right. So I have expensive watch on, but we look like David's got shoes from the plaza, Omegas.
Yeah, he wears those manyanyatas.
Manyanyatas.
The ZCC shoes. He wears them.
How much is that?
Yes. Proudly. In shorts. Imagine, so you can see the shoes.
And a shirt. Like a dress shirt.
Yeah.
So we'll have a shorts on with a shirt.
formal
dress,
shirt.
a formal shirt.
And
In the clubs.
Manyanya.
Yeah.
He did bioscope Sundays. He was wearing those manyanyatas.
So then we there. So I'm like, I basically, you know how I used to dress, like cash, like, like pink and white and florals and what. We go for coffee, and then this bra comes. So David also got a quiet accent. And David can back me up in the story. And then David's like, no, I'm his security guard.
Makes you look like the big boss now. And you got a nice watch.
And he says, look, man, I'm basically his helper. If he says 4 o'clock in the morning, yo, make me a sandwich, I will make him a sandwich. But if
You guys, this is a gang. But this bra's taking
He's
it.
real. He's really in the story.
he's in on, and David, he's just going on. Yeah, but if he says like, I must take care of a woman, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm from Uganda.
That's funny.
I'll do it for him. But if he says I must die for him, and there's a guy with a gun, and I must be in front. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk away. But anything else, I'll do it. And I am killing myself. Now we're getting free croissants and free coffee. In Cannes, it's like €8. That time, bro, like, Mark, like, how much is €8 now? Is how much times 20?
Yeah.
Let me check the.
€8 is like times 20, right? So that's
18.
like 160 rand for a coffee, bro. And then a croissant is 10.
You're right. It's 160 rand.
For coffee, 2 clipper for a croissant.
Oh,
Are you getting that for free?
Yeah, and then now we're getting it for free now. Huh? He's like, yeah, man. Bra's like, so which one do you like? We're like, what is this now? We don't know. We don't even know how our tears look properly.
Now you're paging through yachts. Saying weird things.
Yeah, so
I don't
that's
like
a
the
favorite
mood
thing.
here.
So when you ask me what is the highlights is experiences, not achievements.
wow. I love that.
Oh, that is beautiful.
I love
Yo,
that.
that is boss.
That is
So
love
if you can work towards a better experience and make your life experience better, then you automatically achieve. So my highlights has always been experiences, not achievements.
Joey, like one of the most
That's crazy.
one of the most difficult hardships I think you had to face was being a single dad at the rise of your career. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
I want to know how you managed that time, bro, because it must have been such a conflicting time for you,
Yeah. Wait, come. I just read this. I just want. I'm not flossing, guys. I'm not flossing or anything. But I just want you to read this. This is what my son said to me. This is just read these messages. Just read it.
From the top.
Yeah, just there. From there, Kasi.
Kasi so much, da. Yo, I don't know what I would do or where I would be without you, Kasam. Kasi da. I mean.
I'm not flossing. Look what time it was in.
Then, yo, that was now.
Now.
11 what?
Yeah.
Then Joey goes, you don't have to tell me what you did with the money. And then Akeem goes, okay, Kasi. Kasi's thank you, by the way.
Oh, no.
Not that response.
So,
Uncle Jojo, yeah,
so
man.
being a single father is
love
a blessing. It was a blessing because it made you work harder. It made you put things in perspective.
Made you stronger.
Made you stronger. Stuff. The people want to wrap up because I think the editing is going to be hard for this one.
No, it's good. This is an amazing. This is an amazing episode.
Bruh.
Yo.
So my son, he just sent me a message now and you read it.
Yeah.
And it was when
It was at the cusp of like you said to us, it was actually your wife Akim's mom who introduced
made me do the comedy.
to the comedy.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's
So-
like she
so-
left you with this blessing.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
bro, your career took off. Remember the thing we're talking about in the beginning where it was such a tricky way to get into comedy, but when you got in, you got in.
Yes.
And then your career took off.
But I'm also lucky in that at the time and even now, the material I do and the things I speak about is not often spoken about.
Yes.
Like the main concepts. Like you have your throwaway gags here and there, you make people
But
laugh.
you
know.
always go,
But you
subterranean breathing, underground apparatus. Do you know what is a scuba?
Bro, that day,
Joey
I
will
learned-
mention other animals in his set you don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I saw a platypus. Do you know what is a platypus?
I know
Colored
it.
people are enjoying it.
it's an animal called a platypus.
But it's the option, like ocean basket. I take 2 platypuses.
You can't eat it though.
Yeah.
You can't. Maybe you can though, but you can't really. Like a snail, you can eat a snail. Escargot.
Since we're
Why
talking
you
about
looking-
fish here.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Titi? You were gonna say something very
I was
important.
saying the platypus is the origins.
It's the origins of?
Original, yeah, it's one of the originals with a crocodile.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, hey, Titi's mind is always in the danger box.
No. The platypus was here by Pangea. You know Pangea?
Yeah. You know why Australia has the strangest animals? I think you told me this. Yeah, you told me this.
But this is Joey's comedy, right?
No, but the thing
Joey's
is,
comedy
I
is
love
like-
chilling with Joey, bruh. You
It's
chill
like
with
an
Joey,
encyclopedia.
you learn so much.
Yes. So you learn so much from just glomming with Joey, but then you learn so much from seeing Joey on stage.
Yes.
Yes, you were telling us about
So
the
reason
kangaroos.
why Australia has the strangest animals is because Australia broke out of Pangea first, or it broke out early. So a lot of the animals that evolved around the mainland are pretty much similar because they had to evolve around the same kind of
That's why kangaroos
circumstances and
jump,
environment.
because they were trying to jump.
Yeah,
back.
like they have kangaroos.
What did George?
Wallaby. What is that noise? A kangaroo?
Yeah, the pop's face.
What is it? A koala bear? Yeah, is it only there, that koala? Nowhere else.
Yeah, so
Hybrids.
basically that's it. So it broke off early. So the evolution that happened in Australia or that part of the world happened differently towards the mainland.
Also, there wasn't threats. Like the mainlands, there was still dinosaurs and shit.
Yes.
Whereas there wasn't really great threats, you know? There was just...
But that's what I love about your comedy, right? Is that it speaks to what Lois Ogola always said to me. He said, if you're gonna do comedy, just make sure you're interesting,
Yes.
right? And that's
It's
how
informative as
you
well.
captivate an audience, right? Is because in between making us laugh, you're educating us.
Yes.
You're
So you're
telling us
trying-
things that I've never thought to Google or read or something you thought you knew.
Yeah.
Like you know what to scuba dive is. You don't know what scuba stands for.
No.
You know what I mean? The subterranean underground. Listen,
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
that's what I was saying. Hmm?
Self-contained underwater breathing
Robot
apparatus.
didn't know cognitive dissonance.
You understand? But now I'm on
Had he been to Joey's show, he'd know.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Titi come. I remember, but whenever I perform with Titi, he'll be like, he won't laugh. He'll be like, oh wow,
downloading.
Okay, but not laughing once.
Then he'll come afterwards.
You at least laugh a couple of times. You will at least go, yeah, it's funny.
That is 99 pops.
And then, but if you're not funny, then he'll also make you know that.
Yeah, when you don't hear that noise at the back.
When you're not funny, you'll also.
You and Chandra have that laugh that you, Chandra and Baxter, have the laugh that takes over the room.
Yeah, because you see what Joey and I always do is we always run gags with each other. And sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. Because we once did a gig where it didn't go well. And Joey almost got canceled. That
You
night,
were there.
I was there. You ran it past. He ran a gag past me. I said, maybe not tonight, Joey.
And he did it.
Damn it, it's gonna work, I'm telling you.
Then he still did it.
He did it.
And then I had to run to Taboo.
Then he had to run away for safety.
Not almost. I think I did. Let's just say there was a ruling out on me.
Yeah.
And then but it's gone now. It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
also, like, being angry over a joke and you're adultish.
No, but you see, the thing is with comedy, right? You have to understand the landscape of where you are when you do comedy.
Read the
As
room
comedians,
and the
we don't have a line at all.
Yeah.
But it comes back to what Joey was talking about understanding an audience, reading a room, understanding you live in South Africa, right?
Yeah.
You know fundamentally that there's certain things you can get away with, making fun of the president here.
People's realities.
But if you make fun of the taxi owner in KZN who, bro,
Hey.
you know,
Hey.
yeah, you know what I mean? There's certain things you just don't do. You know that.
Don't make
when it
fun of
comes-
Seki.
Yeah, you don't make fun of this. Don't make fun of this religion. It overseas it's known. Don't make fun of Jewish people. Right?
Even here.
If you, that's what I'm saying. It's a thing. Like if you want a long career in entertainment overseas, don't touch the Jews. It's an unspoken rule, and those are so there's certain things in comedy where you can always push the boundaries and stuff, but you must, as a performer, as a comedian, as a South African comedian, you must know how far I can push certain things and what I must not even touch.
Yeah. But at some point, we must just stop pretending, man. Like, I know it's dangerous.
You're still gonna go for
But
that.
I know it's dangerous. But I feel like we just need to stop pretending. And maybe it will come, maybe not in this generation, maybe in the next generation, maybe in the next 10 generations or something.
I'll tell you an interesting story. Sorry, Joey. There's a famous comedian who's on radio. His co-star made fun of a former someone in high up in government. And that same night, he lives in a complex, like you have to buzz me at the gate to come in type of complex. That same night, there was a knock on his door. There was a guy dressed in full black, suited tie or whatnot, and they said to him, "Listen, don't go on air and make fun of this person. Whatever you do, keep this person's mouth out your name. You can carry on doing whatever, but don't
his
ever
mouth
let
out
us
Name out your mouth.
Yeah."
Yeah, the name out of the mouth out of the
Mouth
name.
of the name.
Bro, imagine that you are at home, you're cooking
Charlie.
pilchards, your door, someone knocks on your door, you think it's a neighbor because there's no way someone's gonna come from the gate without you knowing that they're there.
Yeah.
Then there's a MIB saying, "Hey, my bruh."
But this fear tactic, man, I don't like it. Eh?
But also you have a responsibility, Masjid.
Yeah.
This is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Is that is it worthwhile offending somebody else for a laugh?
No.
Sure.
So
I mean,
then,
it depends who that person is, actually.
yeah. So if you had the roast, but you were there.
platform is to roast.
You. Yeah. So the platform
The
is to roast.
platform is to roast.
So
yeah.
there's Mark Fish. Then I say to Mark Fish, this is the joke you must say about me. I'm giving you this joke.
Yeah,
And
that's what I also did at the roast.
Yeah, and then
Here's
me.
the jokes. Here's some jokes.
Yeah, with me, with that joke.
Yeah.
Like, so say this about me, right? So, but then you go to, that's why I love doing corporates instead of public. Because there's parameters. You obviously not gonna go past it beyond that parameters. Whereas when you do a public show, is there really parameters? No, there's no parameters. But then there's somebody in the audience that will be like, I came here with my own parameters, and and it's different to mine, and yours is different to yours, and you.
But everybody
and
incorporates
yours
under
is
the
different
same
to yours,
umbrella.
and yours is different to yours. So then all the parameters is different for different people. So then for one person, if I speak about let's get back to the Quran immediately. You know what that means, ne? Let's get back to the Quran immediately. LGBTQI plus. Did you know that?
I was 2 years old. Say it, my dog. Say it.
So now, so it's like one of those things. So for one person that will be like, yay, Jawa. For the other person will be like, yeah, you look what you just said. So the parameters is different. That's why I like to do corporates, because you know Tasneem is gonna say, hey, don't go there. Kim is gonna go, yo, Joey, don't go there. You know, because it's said there.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you use that analogy of a corporate, because a lot of comics hate corporates, because a lot of comics don't want to get told what not to say, or what not to do.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you said, there's certain comics that go, I love playing within these confines.
Yeah.
Let me make something great with
And that's more
limitations.
challenging than anything.
It is.
Then you're like, yeah, now I'm going to speak about chemicals because I'm doing a thing for BASF.
Yeah.
Now I'm going
Last
to
time we did a travel agency thing.
Yeah. Flight center.
Yeah. you know it's rough when, because Joey did the day part of the thing. And then when you get there, they're like, no pressure. Joey Rasdien was here.
Yeah.
And he made jokes about us. Like he knows like countries and flying and stuff. But you do what you do.
Yeah. The internal joke.
I need to pee now, guys.
Okay. Before Uncle Jojo's bladder needs to, release, Uncle Jojo, I want to ask you, right?
Right.
Based on everything we've spoken about,
Yes.
You know the current state of comedy in our country.
I don't, but yeah, maybe you.
No, like it's not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be.
It's not what it used to be.
But
right?
it's not a bad thing, though.
Okay, but what do you envision for our comedy industry, and what do you think we need to do to get it to the level where we are building PMS properties, we are having regular rooms, we are doing things that create comedy superstars? Because I share the exact sentiments with you that we need to do, and that's my mission, and Tsitsi will attest to that. My mission is we need to create platforms and things that create the next generation of comedy superstars. So what is your dream for the South African comedy industry, and what do we need to do to get it there?
So you believe that in the future there's not going to be petrol cars anymore?
No, because I'm going to keep all mine.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, let's put it this way. Kodak and Fuji, do they still exist?
No.
Fuji is even doing skincare stuff.
Exactly. So Kodak and Fuji was once one. They even called
They had a
the theater,
moment.
They
the
dominated.
Kodak. Yeah, they dominated. They dominated, but conditions changed. Market conditions changed. New things came about, and it became redundant.
Yeah.
Kodak became redundant. So the question is rooms going to become redundant soon? Live stand-up soon because of the way things is changing.
Because people, attention span, people like watching
TikTok
1 minute content.
and Instagram and stuff. So you still have an experience, like Russell Peters will come and people will go, that's an experience. I want to go experience that experience. Who in South Africa? It's not even me. Not maybe Trevor. Maybe you and Pops with MacG and him. Now in July you have your birthday thing, Blacks Only. That's all experiences. So the experience from I'm just gonna go out on a Saturday, on a Tuesday night to Parker's and I'm going to laugh and me and that's a date. That's not an experience anymore. because it's redundant now. I can rather just chill at home and watch Apple TV, or
Sure.
you know. So going to a room is not the experience changed completely. That experience is now, I want it to be bigger and huge. So I'd rather wait for Blacks Only to come, or I'd rather wait for Russell Peters to come, or I'd rather wait for Trevor to come, or I'd rather wait for Pops to perform there in Pretoria by Sunbet Arena. Instead of going, what can we do tonight? Let's go to watch City. Let's go watch Joey there by Tiger's Milk, for instance. Not that, but it's so what do you do? The same way electric cars is going to
Take over.
the same way Fuji and Kodak became
obsolete.
redundant. Maybe rooms is going to become redundant. Maybe. We don't know. The reason why Parkers worked well because it was at Monte Casino.
Foot traffic. It's always there.
It's always there.
Station.
You're buying a ticket into comedy and rather than faces. You just knew comedy was happening this week.
That's right. Whereas now you're buying into an experience.
Yes.
So the thing about it is if you can impart the knowledge, if you can impart. So instead of just only being funny, like Louis always said, be interesting.
Yeah.
And then if you're interesting enough, that can work. But the platform still, the question still comes back to, would I wanna, you spoke about DVDs that you watched, Carvin and him on.
Yeah.
So the future,
the future.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
How do we create the next generation of comedic superstars, in your opinion?
I think there is a superstars. Elsa is a superstar, Machimbo, and she's comedic. But
How funny was it when she said, "What should I call my group of fans?" And all the South Africans,
Majimbos.
the Majimbos.
The Majimbos.
Majimbos.
She doesn't know what the Majimbos means, bro. And she was like, "It's unanimous.
It's unanimous.
You guys are the Majimbos."
So she's a superstar, but it's in a different platform.
In her own way.
Yeah.
In her own way, but it's still comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still comedy. So you have to look at those things. Thus, Popcorn and Cheese is part of the future of what comedy is going to look like.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Amen.
Amen. I mean.
Yeah.
Man. Uncle Yusuf, thank you so much for joining us today on Popcorn and Cheese, man. Like, you know, this platform was meant for that. It was meant to sit and have a funny conversation, but in the ethos of our podcast, even if you listen to the opening songs, we motivate and we laugh as well.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming. And
Thank you for having me, man.
imparting knowledge,
Thank you.
sharing experiences. Because we grow so much from learning about like how you pioneered your way into comedy and what the type of stuff you guys did. Like someone like Tsitsi is privy to only like 10% of who Joey Rasdien is. So for you coming out on a platform like this and sharing your life experiences, your knowledge, your journey, it means a lot to me, it means a lot to us, and it means a lot to all those cheese boys and cheese girls out there who literally want to get into the space that we're in, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
My parting words is, it's nice to see that it's in good hands.
Sure.
Angu.
Absolutely.
It's
Joe Rasdien said comedy is in good hands because of you.
It's nice to see. Like the first time when I came in, I saw him in and I was like, but didn't... He's like, nah, I saw you on this other thing. I'm like, didn't you write for that? Then he's like, I write for the small things, but don't worry, this year is for the big things. And obviously,
there you go.
There you go.
Man, Uncle Jojo, I want to say that for years, many have slept on you. Many.
It's because I was your bra, because I knew your sister. You're like, this is brag. This guy comes here, he's all right. He's not even a comedian.
Many people have slept on you, Uncle Jojo, but I want you to know that here, on this platform, us, Popcorn and Cheese, we've never slept on you.
Thank you, Master.
So as a token of appreciation, because we are people from the South, we want to say...
Which one is this one? He understood it immediately.
Thank you, Joey, for joining us. We just want to say
Yeah.
What Georgia?
9-9.
From Danny Tambo! No way! No way!
We have two at that.
The first guest to ever get a popcorn and cheese pillow and a people from the South pillow.
From the south.
So the three of us is from the South.
You are from the south.
You know?
He's from the north.
No, well, in Joburg.
South.
He's
Northern South.
from the South.
Yeah.
So we people from the South. So here's a token of appreciation from us, Uncle Jojo,
Thank you.
to say we are not sleeping on you.
Never.
It's
Many
not that
have.
voice, me.
All right, Jerry. It's been a tumultuous experience having you here.
Yeah, I used to.
We just want
You don't have a kurta on.
All black. Tell me it's not traditional kurtas.
next up, we have Yusuf.
It's giving
Yusuf.
wardrobe.
And he wasn't gay. We all thought he was gay growing up. He was just like that.
The Black Panther wardrobe.
Yusuf, thank you for joining us.
That's
Jerry.
now a blast from the past.
9-9. That's a
Yo,
throwback
man.
episode.
The people at home is not gonna know what is going on.
And you
Maybe
class,
Felicia will know.
With the
Then
mold,
the people with
the
that
mold that
t-shirt.
moved around.
Then the people with that shirt will know. 2011 World Cup.
Felicia Mabuza's mold did move around. It wasn't real. Yeah, you see, guys used to think I make fun of her. She had a fake mold.
Yeah.
Listen,
makeup.
before we go, is there anything you'd like to shamelessly plug? 30 seconds, let's go.
Bioscope Sundays every
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes.
And 28th of June, doing my show at the Lyric Theatre. So get your tickets on web tickets. It's going to be a organized chaos type of a night. So I know it's gonna be crazy. So get your tickets and also it's
gonna be an experience.
And also we actually forgot to say this. We've been nominated for Comics Choice. We haven't spoken
Comics
about
Choice Comedy Awards, yes.
Yeah, so I was
Yes.
nominated for Best Writer alongside Mojack and Karsolidiga, Milo and Laz Gola. So yeah, it's pretty nice.
What Georgia?
Camilo Salucci, that's my look.
And you were nominated in another
In
category.
another category. Oh, Bioscope Sundays was nominated as well. Yeah. So
What
Bioscope
Georgia?
Sundays hopefully can be like our modern day Cool Runnings or whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, every week it's sold out. Thank you so
You've
much.
done Bioscope
everybody.
Sundays, no?
Yeah.
Away.
They
Thank
still
you
owe
so
me
much,
money.
everybody that what did you say?
They still owe you money.
You know what Joe used to do at Cool
What's
Runnings, bro?
invoice?
Because they'd pay him like $500 to headline or something like that. Joey would take the money. He'd say, "John, pay me before I go on stage." John gives him the money. Then he goes to the bar, buys a bottle of tequila, gets on stage. He goes, "Listen, I took all my money. Here's a tequila. Take a shot, pass it around the room." So while Joe's performing, everyone's sliding a shot.
That's so crazy.
That's so. I've never seen that. We were so dope.
Everybody in the room.
Everybody.
That's dope.
What do you want to shamelessly plug, my dog?
Music with Jazik, my chance. Music, Kuma Kuma, another single is out. Clean the merch, neat, and Flavortron.
Right.
That's it.
Nice.
Can I also shamelessly plug things?
you'll be
end with
last.
you. Yeah, that's why you're here.
That's why you here.
All right, so on the 8th of June, Empress Palace, Pop-Up's birthday comedy special. Alongside with Tsitsi, I also got nominated at the Comics Choice Comedy Awards for Comic of the Year. And I'll be hosting the Comics Choice Awards on the 13th of April.
Yeah, imagine. That's mine.
If you win, they're gonna say it was in the contract.
If I win, I'm gonna pull a Lawrence Maleka.
Yeah, but I think
Lawrence
you will
Maleka always hosts the SAFTAs or something or like a thing, and then he wins. And then he comes in. Oh, you know. I didn't expect this. But you know what? I want to thank all of you, my peers, for making it that much harder. It's you that have sharpened me, sharpened my skills. I couldn't have been here without you.
Bro.
So this is your award. Thank you, God.
And then back to because you're still presenting the show.
Yeah. So after the break, we have that.
Dog, it's your time. It's the time, bro.
No, but
I'm the winner. Pop-ups.
Yo.
And the nominees.
Yo, sorry.
But what's funny is that even if I don't win, I can come back and still, as the host, let it get
Dala.
about not winning. So it's
About the person who won.
yeah.
Yeah, but don't they do?
Double
Hundred
entendre.
percent.
But don't they do it? Don't they, if you win in a nice line, a set?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
and
you
then-
I don't
start
like
a set.
that though.
Why? Because you have a prepared set
Because
that you don't get to say.
Because I've won 2 awards before. Like we just won, so your emotion is not to do again.
You see, you've won 2 awards. I haven't been even nominated. But shamelessly plugging 6 in the City, that's on Netflix right now.
Hey, I'm not on Netflix.
Salute.
Also, it's on Amazon Prime. Escape from
6
Robben
in the
Island.
City.
6 in the City.
Yes.
With Carpo. Yeah, that's on Netflix and on Amazon Prime. And on Amazon Prime, there's also Barakat.
Barakat is on Amazon Prime.
R3k is on Showmax.
Yo,
I mean,
Are you on Reka?
Yeah.
Ah, wait.
Yeah. Let's not speak about my character there. In R3k.
Are you?
And then
are you LG?
Umbrella Man, it's on EVOD. Escape from Robben Island, it's on EVOD and on Amazon Prime. That's the movies currently playing on TV right now.
Is there a place where we can get your old stuff? So if people wanna,
if you wanna
watch Dollars and White Pipes, if you wanna watch
Yeah,
Material, if you wanna watch Banicha Wake, do you know where people can watch that?
The same place where you're watching this right now, in that browser, you just put in the titles, and then you save, and in brackets free. And then it's
Free full version.
if you don't tap the free, it's not gonna.
it's not gonna do nothing. Free, and then full version might be an option, but free is better.
Okay.
Away. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only Joey, Boka, Yusuf, Rasdien. Yeah, man. From
Wait,
me,
I wanna pee now.
from me, the Conded Pops.
And the cheese, that's great.
We are Robo Pops, and just like the urine from Joey's bladder, we are out. Go pee. All
Robo
day.
Pops. I'll be my cheese girl and my cheese boy there. We motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, now my LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story. Plating on my guest, and nice and more. You and my bundles, not of joy. Said it's some pop pops and robot boys.
Popcorn and cheese.
Yeah?
Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese.
Jonathan Swile.
Popcorn and